Good morning. It's Saturday again, which means a weekly Yule vlog. Weekly Yule vlog. We did start off at a run with the Yule vlogs. We got quite a few out in the first week or so. We've been so busy, we haven't had a chance to keep up that pace. So, it is what it is. So what's happened? Not a huge amount. Just mainly preparing for Christmas. Most of the food's now bought. Most of the beverages are now bought. In fact, I think it's safe to say all of the beverages now bought. Did call into Cat Hot Beers yesterday again. Got 8 beers for the Christmas special beers, as in a little bit more rare and harder to come by beers. So that should be nice. Just called. Oh, last night I called and got the last Christmas beer. This morning I was going to get some last Christmas food, but Gemma said wait until I come home from work. But I did call into Asda to get myself some lunch, and it was absolute chaos in there. And I found 20 quid in a washing up bowl on the shelf in Asda, and I thought, oh, that's a bonus. And then I sort of got to this point where I was like, well, I mean, I don't super need an extra £20 that doesn't belong to me. Yeah, obviously it's nice, I'm not going to say that. And I kind of got like, what if this is someone's like 20 quid to get the Christmas shopping or something? So I did the right thing and handed it in at the desk. So I hope that gets back to whoever lost it, or just in a charity pot or something. Carried on 3D printing over the course of the week. I've printed various bits, a couple of little Christmas present stocking filler type bits, useful things, and a wiggly dinosaur, of course. You have to print a wiggly dinosaur off. I did my Benchy, so the standard, I haven't got it to hand actually, but the standard thing to print when you get a 3D printer is a Benchy, which is a little tugboat. In fact, let me see if I can find it. I might have it here. Just reaching into my work bag because I took it into work to show some of the guys who like 3D print in our office what it looked like. Well, what my Benchy looked like, because they all print them. But there's a little Benchy. It's not bad actually. It's for a first Benchy. It's really good. The print quality is very good on it, so I'm very happy with the printer overhaul. It's had one or two little issues with things sticking to the bed. It was quite cool to show it though and show how it works, because I think a lot of people are aware of them, but not a lot of people know how they work. Yeah, 3D printer is still on the kitchen table, so this does need to go up before Christmas Day and be put away somewhere. Well, I've got a space for it, so we'll sort that out. Maybe later today actually. I don't know whether to print anything off today or not. I've got some ideas of things I'd like to print. Practical things are printed. I printed off a little hook for the bathroom shelf, so I'm going to hook the sponge, like you know the body wash things, on the hook, because we had a metal one in there and every time it fell off the shelf it banged and scared me. When you're supposed to be having a nice relaxed chilled bath and then the metal share thing falls off and goes clunk. Doesn't half startle you. So yeah, today, I mean, Gemma's at work, it's Saturday, you know, so Gemma does work on Saturdays, but she is finishing early. So ultimately today I will be picking her up at about 3ish, so you'll probably get to see some of Gemma later today. No cooking. Just need to clean the kitchen a little bit more, so I'm going to do some of that today. I'm not going to pretend I'm going to do all of it, because those days are over, I think. Every time I say I'm going to tidy the kitchen, it looks as bad as it did at the start of the day by the end. Mainly because I've cooked in it. Yeah, so it's just prep for Christmas stuff. We're probably going to have a film night tonight. We watched Force Awakens on Thursday night. Gemma was out last night, so we ended up actually sitting chatting till 2 AM yesterday, so I'm a bit tired. But tonight I think we're going to watch The Last Jedi. And then tomorrow morning, 9:30, for some stupid reason, we're going to go and watch the new Star Wars film, A Rise of the Skywalker, in the Odeon cinema near us. No spoilers from that one. I'm not going to share any spoilers from it. Maybe share our opinions on it, but we won't share spoilers up for it, obviously. A little bit too early for that. I still haven't finished the Lego Village. I've still got 2 sets left to build. So I have now built the Christmas train, I've built the North Pole, I've built the bakery, the toy shop, I've built the carousel. I still need to build the fire station and the train station. And then there's all sorts of sundry bits which I might just not use this year. So we just don't have the space to put it down this year. So next year I need to probably plan ahead and maybe get the Disney train and the stuff off the top shelf moved in advance of Christmas. What else have I bought? Not much actually. We're trying to wind back the spending a little bit, but I did last year when it was Christmas. Right, we were cooking. Our oven pretty old. I mean, it's the point where I'm thinking of getting a new one at some point soon when we can save the money aside for one. But the problem we have as well is the hob probably needs replacing, so it's going to be get to the point where it's like, how much of this kitchen do we change before we just decide to try and save up extra money and replace the entire kitchen, which is obviously a massive investment. It's a functional kitchen, but it's not a particularly tidy kitchen. But I did buy, I don't know why I'm getting this out of the envelope because it's kind of boring, it's just a plastic bag, a new element for the oven. Because a while back the element went on the oven, and when I've looked back at what I bought like a non-original part. So I'm starting semi-paranoid that at some point that non-original part might just break as well. And when it breaks, it trips the electric and takes the whole lot out. But I thought, while Gemma's cooking the Christmas turkey, I'm going to have those things handy just in case the worst does happen, because I'd rather have one spare in the cupboard and not need it than not have one and need it. Gemma has bought the Christmas meat. The fridge is rammed, by the way, look at this. I mean, it'd probably be better if we actually sorted some of it. Oh, these are some of the beers that I bought from Cat Hop. That's the St Helens Brewery, Kelmersdale Brewery. There's a Yonder Brewing Sour for Gemma there. Let's see what else we bought. I can't actually remember, I bought quite a few. We are actually going to be starting to cut back on beer quite a lot. Yes, you heard it here first. Because we do drink quite a lot and it's not funny, you know. Orangutan. So we have got less beer in the fridge this year than we would normally have. We've got a lot upstairs, but I'm hoping that, basically I want to have enough in that I don't have to go shopping until like New Year. The first class ale, because we normally have wine as well, and we don't have that. There's other stuff in here. I found this in Tesco as well. Jamaican Dragon Stout. It's a Jamaican Stout. I got married in Jamaica, so I thought I'd have to pick that one up. We got some cola with cinnamon in there as well. Oh, update. Important one. Actually, I'm going to leave that one to Gemma till later, because Gemma can tell you about that. It's about the marshmallow calendar. We had a problem with it. I'll let Gemma explain how the company went above and beyond and sorted that out for us. Right, I'm up in the forgotten room, the back bedroom, the one that I spent ages, about 2 years ago, tidying up and sorting out. It's back to being a mess again, because we have that so much stuff in this house. But yeah, anyway, the printer is going to go here. That TV is going to go somewhere. The monitor is going to go over there, so the computer will be over that side. I'll have the keyboard. I'll just bring the keyboard out when I need it. I don't actually use this computer very much anymore because I've got the laptop now. But yeah, I'm going to have the printer up here. So the idea being then, if I want to print stuff, I can come up here, turn on the PC, download the files and copy them straight to the printer. You can actually plug the printer into the PC permanently, but it's fraught with issues, so I'm not going to do that. God, that sounded more serious than it really was. Well yeah, this is going to be the home for the printer. I figure the floor up here is nice and sturdy, whereas in the kitchen it wobbles a little bit when people walk past, so it'll be better for the printer. And of course once I set it printing up here, I will just leave it. And then come back when it's filled and there's spooled PLA fired out of it. So I do need to sort of start tidying this room up to try and take the printer in. Yes? Hello Jen. Hello Archie. Hello BB-8. Quick tidy up and now I've got room for a 3D printer. It needs a wipe down though, it's dead dusty in here. There we go. All located in its new home. It overhangs a touch here, but the feet are there, so this bit isn't supported anywhere. So it wouldn't actually be touching the desk if I did move it over. That'll be fine, I think. I just need to heat up this because I had to cut the PLA, so I need to heat this up, pull that out and re-spool it all. Then we can get back to printing. And I've got a computer set up next to it. I need to move some cables around. Well, we're not too bad now. That TV, I just don't have room for it anywhere else. I'm a bit of a... I'm loath to throw it out because it's currently the only thing that's got a connection to use the Commodore Amiga on, which isn't something I do regularly, but it would be a shame to get rid of it. Don't worry, I'm not going to time-lapse this for 10 hours, but I decided I'm going to print some little place cards for Christmas. Gemma suggested it'd be a nice idea for Christmas to have them. So this is going to be the first one, and that is what it looks like on the computer. So I took that Merry Christmas part from Thingiverse, Really useful website if you're interested in 3D printing. And then I opened it into a program called Tinkercad, which is a web-based tool, I've mentioned it last week, that kids use to learn a CAD. And I just added Gemma's name at the bottom with just a little bridge to hold all the letters in place. So let's see what happens when that prints. Oops, I forgot to flush the black PLA out. For the first part of this is going to print black and then it'll slowly fade to white. Oh, there we go. This is only the skirt though, so it's not too bad. The likelihood is this is the first print I've done in white since I did black, so the bottom layer will be black anyway because it will all be stuck to the bed. 3D printing fun. I'm not going to make this entire vlog about 3D printing, don't worry. I just want to make sure this first layer gets down and I'll leave this to it. Some friends of the channel were kind of interested in how these things work, so I can't really show you better than this, to be honest. What is happening is there's a little head underneath there. It's a tiny little nozzle, and the plastic gets pushed through this tube here into there, and that's at 200 degrees C. And when it hits that, it melts the plastic, pushes it through the tiny hole, and then the head moves backwards. Well, the base moves backwards and forwards, and the head moves side to side, and then the whole mechanism moves up, and that's then when it's doing that, it's slowly moving round, 45 millimeters per second actually. It runs that. That's actually not that slow. It just moves around the bed and puts down a layer of plastic wherever it goes, so you can see it here now. It looks a bit funny at the bottom because it's put supports in, so don't worry about that. Then it'll move up a layer after it's done the first layer, and then put another layer of plastic on top of that, move up a layer, another layer of plastic on top of that, and then gradually it just builds the entire image. And then when you pull it off, you rip the supports off, and then you have a full 3D print. It just takes a long time because, as you can imagine, it has to do each layer one by one, and each layer is 0.2 millimeters high. You can adjust these settings, but I'm just going with standard at the minute. When I want to do more detailed prints in future, we'll have a play about with that. I think it's really fascinating just to sit and watch it. Well, maybe for 10 minutes or so. It gets a bit longer than 2 when it's been printing for 3 hours. That looks like it's adhering well to the bed. So the first layer has to stick to the bed. If the first layer doesn't stick, it doesn't have any basis to build the other layers on. Once you get past the first layer, you're usually pretty good, unless it gets higher and then unsticks the bed. But the thing about this printer is, although it is cheap, this bed is one of the best 3D printing beds that's been designed, because they've got a custom technology called, well, what is it called? Ultra Base, which means it's designed to basically have the print adhere to it really well. So it actually heats up this bed to 60 degrees. So if I touch it now, it's actually quite warm, and that just helps that plastic there stick to that base. Other people, like back in the day, like 2-3 years ago, back in the day, that sounded terrible, didn't it? You'd be using like painter's tape on here, and it would adhere quite well to painter's tape, or alternatively you'd use Pritt Stick or hairspray, anything. There was loads of different tricks, but things are getting a bit more advanced now, and people are coming up with new technology to make this work better, and this is Anycubic's idea. So anyway, I'm going to leave that print now, and we'll come and check it out in about 3 hours and see what it looks like. There we go. So this can act as a little placeholder on the table, and also a little Christmas decoration so you can hang it from the tree. Hi Jin. Jin's here to see it. Why are you sniffing the lens of the camera? Why are you rubbing your face on the lens of the camera? Cats. Crazy. I'm now printing one off for Gemma's dad, and now I'll print one off for me. Gemma's home. She's all snugged in the PJs though, so I am going to open number 21 on the beer advent calendar. And let's see what we have. We have a Hypothermia by Sorry Brewing. A Northern Rye Ale. I like rye ales. I'll pop that one in the fridge and maybe have some later, or tomorrow, or sometime in the next 2 weeks. Hi honey.
Hello.
You alright? In a nice shower?
A lovely shower.
Good. We're watching Total Last Jedi.
Ready for tomorrow morning?
Yeah, 9:30, aren't we?
9:30.
Yeah. So we opened my beer calendar earlier, but Gemma's going to open her calendar.
So I've got 2 calendars now. So what happened is there's something wrong.
My what?
Tell me again.
My phone just my watch just randomly started.
I'll
1 second.
Tell you again. Excuse me. There's something wrong with this calendar. So most of them are okay. They're a little bit hard, and we've only noticed that now we've got the new calendar. But the gingerbread ones in this one are disgusting. They are very chemically, like not nice.
I think one of the flavours that they've used, they put too much in it.
So what flavour is it today? It's gingerbread.
Yeah, so the gingerbread one from this one, we are not going to eat.
No.
Rest of the flavours
I'll
fine.
show you so you can see the difference. So this is the gingerbread one, and you can see it's like, it's not squishy, it's quite rubbery, and God, it smells like proper chemically.
Yeah, it does. It's not. It's like perfume. It's like it's got too much of a perfume on it, I think. It's probably a flavouring because they use quite strong flavourings in production and stuff. But yeah.
Oh, right, so this is the new calendar.
The new one.
And they were very nice. They sent me a new calendar and they sent me 3 packets of marshmallows too.
Yep.
So this is the new, wow, that's a big chunky monkey. But look at the difference. Like,
That's really tough.
You can see the texture difference as well. That one's lovely. Like, proper lovely.
The thing is, I can taste what the other one smells of in this.
What doesn't happen to the marshmallow?
But it's subtle, whereas in that one it's overpowering to the point that it actually is uncomfortable to eat.
And everyone's interested, the sale starts today. Good advertising from Naked Marshmallow. So yeah, it was very good customer service from them once I actually contacted them directly. And they sorted it out like super quick.
And the best part is, we've got most of the days on this calendar to eat again because there's just loads of marshmallow in there.
Yeah, it was a couple. I opened a gingerbread one to see if there was a difference between them or if it's just me, and there's definitely a.
So we're going to be eating marshmallows for most of January, basically.
We are going to eat.
I'm probably drinking quite a few other beers as well. I think I've got 3 or 4 bottles of beer from this calendar still to drink. I had a week, more or less a week off drinking beer, so I think we had a couple of them in the week, didn't we, to try them? Yeah. So I've been sharing them with Jem. The cheese calendar, I've continued to. I've opened everything in the cheese calendar now because we needed room in the fridge. It was a pretty fun calendar.
Yeah, because it's in our Christmas shop now as well, so we definitely needed room in the fridge because there is like half a cow in the fridge. Yeah. For 3 of us. Yeah. For Christmas.
So we're going to be eating a lot of chicken and turkey and beef sandwiches after Christmas, which is fine by me.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, it was a fun calendar. I've actually used the cheese for cooking quite a lot, haven't I?
The cheese one was good. It was different, and we got it cheap as well.
Yeah, it was half price. It was £4. Don't buy it on Amazon. It was like 16 quid on Amazon.
Yeah, and it was like we got it for £4 in Asda, which it should have been 8. So.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know if I'd get it again, just because I'm not particularly the biggest advent calendar fan. Well, just because that one was way better. That one is genuine. I mean, I'm not.
Let's be fair, like what, 100 and something % dearer.
Yeah, it was. This one was £50. It was reduced, but it was still £50. But I think out of the 25 beers in that 24 beers in that calendar, or the 21 that we've opened, I've maybe had one of them once.
Yeah, they've been a really good selection of like different varieties.
Yeah, and they actually, because Beerhawks look like they claim to be like a craft brewery type specialist, but they're actually quite a big company. I'm pretty sure they're owned by AB InBev, who are a huge company. But a lot of the beers there, therefore, as a result, are like brewed in collaboration with Beerhawks, so they're like exclusives to the calendar. So it's been good. Anyway.
Good for your Untapped.
Yeah. Tonight I'm building this is the last of the older Lego sets that I'm going to build. I'm not going to build the train station for the simple reason that we have the Disney train station now, so that's going to be the winter train station this year because the trains are up on the top of the cabinet, and I'm just going to put some of the village stuff in the corner here. So I'm going to get on with that.
And we have other news today.
What's that?
We've got our first great nephew today.
You genuinely thought I'd forgotten them, didn't you? We did.
Yeah, my niece Amy had her baby today. So they've got to stay in hospital for a couple of days and then we can go and see them. And it's very exciting.
So you've been a great aunt for many years, but now you're a great
I'm
aunt.
Officially a great aunt.
That doesn't matter, this makes you sound even older. Now you're a very good great aunt.
A very good great aunt.
You've been a very good aunt, now you're a very good great aunt.
My sister's a nana.
Yeah, which I'm sure you take enjoy in reminding
God, yeah, love it. Every second because she's younger than me. Nana. That's all I'm going to call her now. I'm going to call her by her real name anymore. Now she's just Nana.
Granny.
I think she'd hit me if I called her Granny.
Anyway, we're going to carry on watching the film.
Yes.
Good morning. It's not morning, it's afternoon.
Yeah.
We were up in the morning.
Very, very early
Yeah.
this morning.
We went to see a Star Wars. Did you enjoy it?
I cried.
Oh.
Like, at least twice.
There will be no spoilers, but yes, I enjoyed it too.
I thought it was a perfect ending to the trilogy, and I think it was the best film of the trilogy, to be honest.
There we go. Anyway, I'm going to open up my calendar for the day because we are going out in a bit, so we won't be doing a huge amount of vlogging today.
I can't remember whose presents to who.
We are 21, aren't we? 22, sorry. We have a Belgian Blonde Ale by a brewery, that Adrienne Brewery. I did have the beer last night. Oh no, I didn't have the beer last night. I had the Wild Beer Company one from Friday night last night. That was quite pleasant. That was a, hang on, I've left it over here because I've not tried it up from last night. That was a wine yeast, vinous hops, brut lager type beer. It was okay. I think I gave it like 3 out of 5 or something like that. Yeah, so very broken up vlog this weekend because we've just been here, there and everywhere. I won't like know where we want to vlog. Yeah, we're getting going on Christmas. We are planning on doing a little like vlog of our Christmas Day, Boxing Day, not Boxing Day, Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day type stuff. So we'll be doing some cooking and stuff like that. Oh, do you know what we didn't buy yet?
What?
New Year's lamb.
No, we'll get that in between.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, because the fridge and the freezer are full. We don't really have room for them at the moment. But yeah, we are going to go over to Gemma's family now. That's why Gemma is currently eagerly sorting out whose presents are whose.
Well, I really should have put proper tags on them and then I'd know, wouldn't I?
Yeah, good plan there.
That kind of helps when you actually put tags on things.
Yeah. Oh dear me. We sat in the cinema in one of the like fancy upgraded cinemas.
Oh, the Odeon Lux.
Yeah, it was like iSense 2D or something. So we didn't watch it in 3D because the Odeon near us doesn't have an IMAX screen.
Well, I couldn't get the IMAX screen. It was sold out.
No, and it was sold out in town.
Yeah.
But it had the reclining seat, so I was just like.
Oh, the seats were amazing. I could have gone back further as well. My feet were already higher than you.
Yeah, you couldn't basically see the film because Gemma's feet were in the way.
You would have seen that on Instagram and put a picture of my feet in front of the screen. It was super comfy though.
Yeah, it was good.
But you know when like the film starts, like before the film starts, and there's all like the nice Odeon music on, it's the big O and all. I was like, I could fall asleep to this now because it was like 9:10 in the morning, and it was all like just, and then they had like really cute Christmas carols on, but nice and soft. And I was thinking, yeah, I feel myself like drifting away. And then the bad trailer started.
Yes.
What is
Too many adverts.
What was that film with the badly CGI dog?
Oh, wild something wild.
Call of the Wild.
Call of the Wild. Yeah.
But it's all
book, isn't it?
Just
Yeah, the CGI didn't look great.
awful. Why did they CGI the dog? I don't understand. Just get a dog and CGI the bits that you need to.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll probably catch up with you later on when we get back from Gemma's family. See you in a bit. Gemma's got new Christmas pyjamas.
Because I've been to my mum's for Christmas.
And we've got pizza. Had a nice day?
A lovely day. Loads of presents.
Yep.
New candle holder, new candles, new pyjamas, Christmas socks.
Great stuff.
Chocolates, wine.
Beers. It's almost like they know as well.
Yeah. Chocolate money.
I can't. So we're going to have these pizzas now and watch some stuff on YouTube, I think, aren't we?
Yeah.
And also, today's beer is from Cat Hop Beers.
Okay.
And it is Arbor 00. I'm going to give it a quick try. I've already tried it. It's a solid northeastern IPA.
I'm okay.
You sure? I'm going to go 3.75 out of 5. Sorry, not northeastern IPA. New England IPA.
I'll write letters. Archie's gonna eat
The cat's trying to eat my pizza. Look. I see what you're doing, kid. We'll see you in the next one, which should hopefully be Christmas Eve. See you then. Bye.